4-3 against Hammarby. They started the game very strongly, but then they fell behind a little bit in the second half, and it all ended with Hammarby falling short though, and Västerås qualifying for this semi-final game. In the other semi-final, which starts at around 11:30 this morning Swedish time, we will see Villa Lidköping play against the only remaining Russian team, Nefteanik, and they both won their two quarterfinals yesterday with the same score, 5-1. But let's talk more about that later. Let's focus on Sandviken and Västerås right now. The classic rival game here in Sweden, perhaps, between the two best teams in history in bandy in Sweden. I would say it's Sandviken, it's Västerås. The game has already started. We've been playing a minute, and Sandviken, they've had most of the ball possession so far. Västerås have been bouncing around a little bit, but Sandviken are trying to take an early, taking charge early here. Well, it's fairly early this morning. It's a Sunday morning after a Saturday night where probably a lot of fans for these two teams were celebrating, and some of those fans might be a little bit too tired to show up this morning, but I think it's filling up pretty okay anyways now. And when as Västerås, it's a free stroke on Sandviken's side of the ice. I talked earlier with the woman responsible for the tickets here at Jansson Arena for Sandviken, and she was very satisfied with the supporters, and she was saying that this seems to be the best World Cup this city has hosted so far. And if the home team Sandviken manage to go on and play the final this afternoon at 4 o'clock, we will probably see a lot of people showing up for that. My name, by the way, is Simon Isaksson, and I will be with you this whole day, just like I was during the quarterfinals yesterday. Here comes the long ball, and actually it is going to go out for the game's first corner, and it's going to be for Sandviken. And we all know that Sandviken, the team, has a lot of target shooters here. For example, number 95, Erik Pettersson, lining up as the fourth shooter. I think Christoffer Edlund was the one taking the shot this time. The captain who scored yesterday as well. But the shot was blocked, and now Västerås instead have possession of the ball. And be aware of the way that Västerås is going to try to play. If they do what they did yesterday, they will force the ball pretty far up on the opposite side of the ice, and they will try to get the ball into the penalty area where they can do a lot of passings, confuse the opponent, and get an opportunity to shoot from pretty close to the goal. That's what they did several times yesterday. They came through Hammarby's defense, and they had the ball a lot inside Hammarby's penalty area, and it resulted in several goals. I think Sandviken's way of defending themselves with a pretty tight defensive line, it's going to be harder to get through, but I'm sure Västerås will try a couple of times before they try something else, especially early in the game right now. Holmberg here with the ball. Goes fast, but he's blocked and he's hurt. Let's see if I want to look at the rerun here to see if that was something that he deserved, the free stroke. Or let's see here, he's coming in, a lot of sticks going on. Yeah, that's a pretty hefty thigh tackle right there. Sandviken trying to show Västerås that don't try to get through here because our defensive line is going to be very strong. Västerås, they're not easily scared though, and they'll definitely try the same thing again next time they get an opportunity. Sandviken now, Erik Pettersson with the ball. Dushayev, the Russian player in Sandviken, gets the free stroke. Sandviken has a couple guys on Västerås' side of the ice, almost their whole team, in fact. And oops, that was a mistake. I think it was Henriksen who missed that, but they got the ball back pretty fast, Sandviken, and no one got harmed, so to say. Here comes Sandviken again. Instead, Målen in Västerås. Ja. Sandviken so far in the first 7 minutes they're controlling the game, I think. And we haven't really seen any great chances though from either of the teams. One corner for Sandviken earlier, which resulted in nothing. The first big attempt will probably come pretty soon though. We've been playing almost 10 minutes. Worth mentioning is that the two semifinals games will be played 2 by 30 minutes. So 2 times 30 minutes, not 2 times 45 minutes like normally in bandy. In this tournament the games are shorter because the schedule is pretty intense. So if a player gets sent out for something, he will spend 6 minutes in the penalty box and not 10 minutes. I have another corner for Sandviken, and every time that happens they have a great chance of scoring because they are, like I said earlier, their team is packed with target shooters. Sandviken's corner comes here. Shot fired, and it's blocked. It's the goalkeeper's ball. Västerås now. Maybe they can get a corner. I think that's what they're hoping for, but Sandviken managed to get out of that situation very well. Västerås gets the ball back though. Hard to tell right now in what way the game will go, but maybe something will happen here. That's a great way for Erik Pettersson to run through the defensive line of Västerås, and they will get one guy in the penalty box after that. I believe it was a holding and Sandviken will get a power play for 6 minutes now and a free stroke on Västerås' side of the ice. Erik Pettersson misses the shot, but he keeps the ball in possession with a, well, he has a lot of control over that ball, and it's always beautiful to see bandy being played the way it is when he is playing it.
6 minutes penalty for slashing.
Västerås now. Holmberg with a shot. It's a very nice shot there. The ball has a twist on it. It bends towards the net after it left the stick, but it didn't bend enough, and it was wide. Sandviken instead with the ball. Dushaev. Forslund. The pass was a little bit too hard, and it is Andreas Bergvall's ball. Like I said, Andreas Bergvall, the goalkeeper of Västerås, he did a great double save yesterday in the game against Hammarby, and like I said, the game ended with just 1 goal difference. So the very beautiful save, 2 saves by Bergvall, were crucial. Sandviken now will get their 3rd corner of the game. Mikael Olsson, by the way, who is spending those 6 minutes in the penalty box, was sent out for hitting the stick on Erik Pettersson. Here comes the corner right now. It's a bouncing ball, creating some panic on among the Västerås defenders, but they figure it out. And here comes Västerås instead. This is a great ball, a little bit too far though. For I believe Emil Juhlén to reach. One of the Västerås players lost his stick. It's not broken though, so you can just pick it up and some okay, here we go. Sandviken come with 3 guys. Erik Pettersson with the ball, losing it. Västerås taking it back. Oh, we've been playing almost 15 minutes, almost a half of the first half, and I haven't seen Västerås playing the same way as they played yesterday, and I haven't really seen Sandviken doing the same thing either. I think they're trying to figure each other out, and the question is who will figure the other team out first. Västerås has a great opportunity here with a free stroke. They can get some people in the penalty area of Sandviken, which they like, so they can play with short passings. This attempt failed though. Ball is out of bounds, and it's Sandviken's ball. Målen. Still Målen, and he is rewarded with a penalty shot here, a penalty stroke. He is playing the way he has always been playing, very wide-legged. He's coming with the ball with a lot of speed and control. And then Västerås as the last chance to stop him. They need to tackle him in a way. So Sandviken is awarded with a penalty shot instead. Erik Pettersson scored on a penalty yesterday. He also missed one though. And now instead we will see Christoffer Edlund with the ball. And it is 1-0 to Sandviken in this first semi-final in the World Cup. The goal comes after a penalty shot, a penalty stroke. We haven't seen a normal goal, if you may, so far. One of those can still change the whole game, but right now Sandviken is the team taking control with the first goal of the game.
Scorer number 21, Christoffer Edlund. Samtidigt utvisades number 2, Stefan Edberg, 6 minuter för tripping. Han kommer ju tillbaka eftersom det blir mål.
Let's not forget that Västerås still has one guy in the penalty box.
Det var alltså Mikael Olsson utvisad först som kom in efter
For
straffmålet.
the incident earlier with Erik Pettersson, so they are still playing with one guy less on the ice, as Sandviken is playing a little bit too hard there, and Västerås will get a free stroke. Holmberg now with the ball. He played a great game yesterday. One of the directors for Västerås. That's a shot, but Sandviken, it's bouncing on a Sandviken player, and Sandviken can get the ball back in control and try to calm things down and build something up and perhaps score another time. Dushayev. Great play by Dushayev. Oh, it reaches. A save by Bergvall. Yeah, yet another great save by Andreas Bergvall, proving that he is one of the best in this sport. But that was a good opportunity after a nice solo run by Alan Dushayev, resulting in a very nice pass and a goal opportunity saved by Andreas Bergvall though. Målsberg now. Last time he got a penalty stroke. This time the ball never reaches the Sandviken player, and Västerås gets it under control instead. But here you have 3 defenders going on Jansson, and he is rewarded with a free stroke. Ball is played back to the defenders of Västerås, and we'll try to gather some speed and some people and move up. Holmberg. Working a little bit like Målsberg works for Sandviken, and there comes the equalizer. There comes the goal for Västerås after a great pass from Holmberg. Right into, like I said, coming into the penalty area, passing inside the penalty area, and then just flipping it in. After 20 minutes now, the score is 1-1. Look at Holmberg. The ball just comes in. It basically just bounces on the stick. And I can't really see right now who it was. I will have to wait for the speaker to announce it. The score for Västerås.
Goal for Västerås. Scorer number 6, Simon Jansson. Assist number 8, Tobias.
Well, Simon Jansson who scored, but then Sandviken, they are not waiting for the announcer even to announce that goal before they score their second goal of the game. And this time I'm pretty sure it was Forslund who scored. Number 39 in Sandviken, Linus Forslund. And Västerås seems to have the same problem as they had yesterday. After every time they scored, almost, Holmberg scored right away after. And this is what happened today as well.
Second goal for Sandviken, scorer number 39, Linus Forslund. Assist number 9, Edlund. Västerås is now playing at full strength.
So now Västerås are playing with a full strength again. 11 players against 11 players. But I find that very interesting that we are seeing the same thing happening like in yesterday's game for Västerås. Right after they scored, their opponent scored. Oh, now we're having something. This is a real fight on the ice. Linus Forslund is getting very upset. And he's getting very upset on Max Mortensson, and I hope we can see what happened there, if we can see a rerun of some kind. Let's see here. Well, neither of the players are sent out to the penalty box, though. The game continues, and I was talking about that yesterday a lot, and I will say it again today, that even though this is a preseason tournament, it is the most significant one. All the best teams from the world are gathered, and they're playing each other in a intense tournament where players get really upset and they really want to win this, and we'll see a lot of emotions on the ice, and it just proves that this tournament is something that is very appreciated in the bandy world. Sandviken have won this tournament 2 times. First time in 1974, the first time ever this tournament was played, back then in Ljusdal, some hours north of Sandviken. For the last 8 years they've been played in Sandviken. And Sandviken has never won the World Cup on their home ice. They're hoping to do so this year. Västerås are the current Swedish League champions. The current World Cup champions, Jenisej, lost yesterday's quarterfinal against Neftianik. So we will definitely have a new champion in this tournament. Västerås was the last Swedish team winning the tournament 2 years ago. See if they can do the same thing this year. But first they need to beat Sandviken, a very strong home team here, playing in black. And here they come again. Well, that was saved by, I think, saved by Bervalo. Was it just the Västerås defenders who took the ball straight off the stick? Bucht, anyways, saving Västerås from that situation, and now Västerås will try. Well, the ball is out of bounds and it goes to Sandviken's goalkeeper Juhlén, who returned to this team after a few years in Russia. A lift back home. Not every day you see that in bandy. Dushayev, number 92 in Sandviken, Alan Dushayev here with the ball, has been very strong so far in this game, one of the creators and that's why he was drafted to Sandviken as well. A lot of capacity in those legs, in that stick. Losing the ball here though to Västerås. Målen and Sandviken taking it easy. Målen again, calming things down. Important sometimes to do so, but now Dushaev lost the ball again, and Holmberg here for Västerås drives the ball up on Sandviken's ice, passing inside the penalty area. It goes out to Västerås' first corner of the game after 26 minutes played. And Västerås is also a team with a lot of target shooters. See if they can do anything on this corner. Ball comes in. And it's a goal! It's a goal. It's the first corner goal in this game. And the game is tied once again 2-2 after a goal on a corner. Västerås proving that they are dangerous when it comes to those situations.
Västerås. Scorer number 8, Tobias
Holmberg
assist number 90,
is
Jansson.
doing what Sandviken hasn't done so far in their corners. Well, he's scoring. The first corner of the game for Västerås. Målen now coming through, blocked by Västerås. Very important equalizer for Västerås. And now they're coming again with 3 minutes left of the first half. Free stroke for Västerås after a stick comes flying from Erik Pettersson. Will there be a shot? Will there be a pass? There, it's a pass. Deflected though. Stopped by Sandviken's number 4. Niklas Hjalman, and now instead Erik Pettersson comes on with the ball here. It's pretty rough from Grön, and Haraldsson in Sandviken will pass the ball to Målen. Jansson losing the ball for Sandviken, and Västerås will come now. He's alone though against 4 players. He passed the ball behind the back to home. Oh, there's another goal by number 8 in Västerås. That's another goal by Tobias Holmberg, and he's doing a great game so far. And a minute before halftime, he scores his second goal, and Västerås is now up by 1. 3-2, and they've scored twice in 2 minutes now. And they have really found their way of breaking into Sandviken's penalty area and getting their passing game to work. They haven't done this so many times so far in this game, but the 2 times they have been successful doing so, they have also scored.
Goal for Västerås. Scorer number 8, Tobias Holmberg. Assist number 90, Jansson.
Will Sandviken be able to... Well, it doesn't seem like they're going to score right away after Västerås. They did at the beginning of this half. But I am very sure that they would like to score an equalizer before halftime. They don't want to give that joy away to Västerås, but they are giving that joy away, and Västerås will go to halftime with a lead 3-2. And this second half, the game is still very even, and the second half will be very exciting. Let's run through the goals here right away. In the 16th minute, Christoffer Edlund in Sandviken scored the first goal of the game on a penalty stroke. Then in the 19th minute, Jansson for Västerås scored the equalizer, followed right away less than a minute later by Sandviken scoring 2-1 by Linus Forslund. That's the penalty here you're seeing. Christoffer Edlund. Look at it again, a pretty good penalty. But yes. Sandviken, Sweden. We're ready for the second half to begin between Västerås and Sandviken, and the score is right now 3-2 to Västerås after a what began as a pretty slow first half but resulted in 5 goals. Västerås scoring 3 of them, and Sandviken scoring 2, like you can see. I think that for Sandviken's part, if they want to be able to, they are controlling the game for longer times, but they aren't really using enough variations to break through Västerås's defensive line. Number 17 in Sandviken, Målsberg, is perhaps a little bit, he travels a little bit too long with the ball, so to say. Maybe they need to find a way to be faster in their attacks. Use number 92 Dushayev a little bit more further up and put Erik Pettersson, number 95, in more dangerous situations. Västerås have not really been controlling the game, but they... Oh, let's look at this though. Whoa, that is a pretty nasty fall. Erik Pettersson is down on the ice, but he was colliding with Andreas Bergvall. Let's see here on the rerun. And then maybe they would like, maybe they could argue Sandviken that the ball touched one of the Västerås players' hand, but some upset feelings here between some players, but they're all good. Västerås, we get that free stroke in the end. Now they're having a conversation with the referee of about something here.
30 sekunder tilläggstid, additional time 30 seconds.
The captain is Sandviken, Edlund, is arguing with the referee perhaps about that situation in the penalty area when Erik Pettersson was down on the ice and the ball perhaps touched one of the Västerås players' hands. But and now Västerås want to have a corner, but they don't get that. Frustration in both teams right now. Målsberg with the ball with some more speed. That's always nice to see, but the pass to Christoffer Edlund is a little bit too, well, it kind of surprised Edlund a little bit, and it's out of bounds. Västerås now instead. Västerås have scored once this game, like they scored many times in yesterday's game. Coming in with the ball, well, 2 times actually they scored that way. Coming in with the ball in the penalty area, some quick passes, and then a fast flip into the net. So it worked on Holmberg yesterday a couple of times, and it worked a couple of times in Sandviken here as well. Sandviken needs to be aware of that, and they need to find their own way to attack Västerås efficiently. Like here, when they score the equalizer, just like that, the game is back. Edlund scoring Sandviken's 3rd goal of this game. And even the cameramen here at the stadium are showing some emotions when they too are celebrating the home team's tying goal in this game. On the scoreboard though, Västerås is the home team, but the team from this town is Sandviken with the black jerseys. They of course have the most supporters here, but there are also Västerås supporters. I see some jerseys, I see some beanies, I see some scarves and hats, but mostly I see Sandviken supporters and Sandviken flags. Well, that's great control by Dushayev, who gets through 3 of Västerås' players, and now he comes passing it to Edlund, shooting the ball, but saved by Berva. Berva grabs the ball in his gloves. Experienced as he is, he can always be counted on. And you need something special to score on him. Sandviken have found that special thing 3 times this game, once on a penalty stroke. High ball to no one. Västerås now trying to respond to Sandviken's goal. Ball goes out, but it is it's the goalkeeper's ball, as the Västerås player just brought it over the line. Målsberg now. He has Forslund on one side. He passes it behind the back though. Instead, Jansson trying to open up, but getting stuck on Sandviken's defenders. Get Pettersson now with the ball. Hannes Edlund, number 9 in Sandviken, doing a good job getting the ball to Pettersson again. Stuck on Well, look at that. Erik Pettersson, when he came with the ball, he had 6 Västerås players covering him. This is where the same happens when Målsberg comes with the ball. You need to have some guys filling up behind him so he can, you know, if 6 players is covering, if 6 players are covering the same player, you can just get one of your other players all free with the goalie if you play your cards right. And I know the Sandviken has a full capacity of figuring that out, and you'll probably see more of that later now in the game when they start realizing how much attention Västerås is given Erik Pettersson and Daniel Målsberg. Now we'll see a corner though for Västerås. Last time they had a corner, they scored. Tobias Holmberg, number 8, scored then. Will he do it again this time? Holmberg is the 3rd shooter here. Now he's the 4th one. Holmberg again. Hard shot. Just wide though. And Juhlén in Sandviken's goal will throw the ball out. Forslund now. After a dangerous pass. Sandviken losing the ball to Västerås. Tobias Holmberg again. Breaking in. That short pass, and it's a goal again after the same type of play. They're coming in with the ball on the side with speed, confusing the defenders of Sandviken, passing the ball in very fast, and a flip and a goal. And this is 3rd time I believe this game, and it's I can't even count how many times they've done it in the playoff, in the whole tournament so far. But it's a well-working tactic that they have found, and Sandviken, each time they tried it, they have scored on Sandviken, and Sandviken really needs to figure out how to stop that if they want to be able to win this game, or at least take it to a penalty shootout. It's 20 minutes left of the game though, so they don't need to worry yet, Sandviken, but they do need to find a way to stop Västerås when they're doing those types of attacks. Let's see if Sandviken can respond.
Goal for Västerås without assist, number 6, Jansson.
Simon Jansson was the scorer for Västerås, if I didn't say that already. So he will join Tobias Holmberg. Well, he already scored the first goal of the game, but he will join Tobias Holmberg as being the only 2 players in this game so far who has scored 2 goals. I was going to say that, but actually Christoffer Edlund and Sandviken also scored 2 goals. So out of the 7 goals scored in this game, we have only 4 different scorers. It's a free stroke now here for Sandviken. They'll try to build something up. Dushaev to Edlund. To Jarman. Now what? A shot blocked by a defender in Västerås, bouncing out. Västerås being awarded with a free stroke. Tobias Holmberg. Here comes Västerås again, inside Sandviken's penalty area. Shot and a goal. Another goal, this time by Emil Juhlén. And they're really taking control over this second half, Västerås. It appeared to be Sandviken taking control first, scoring the first goal of the half, the equalizer, the 3-3 goal. But now Västerås has scored twice in a few minutes, and Sandviken really needs to change their way of playing if they want to be able to win this game.
Goal number 5 for Västerås. Scorer number 83, Emil Juhlén.
Most better See what they're doing. They're going to try the same old thing again. I believe so. Losing the ball. Tight defensive line in Västerås. And now instead Västerås can come with the ball yet another time. Bucht. Holmberg. We played half of the second half, and maybe the Sandviken coach is down there writing on his board with a red marker, and maybe it is time soon for a timeout for Sandviken. He's trying to figure things out for his team, and we've seen timeouts resulting in changes before. There it comes. Timeout for Sandviken. They're gathering around here. Let's see what they're gonna talk about and see what changes that will, what kind of changes that will do to the game. Magnus Brodén and Sergej Infalin in Sandviken are the two coaches, and they really need to get some things going now. Let's see. Teams are ready to get back on the ice. Well, Sandviken, they're still talking here. Timeout is over, and now Sandviken are done as well. That was probably a pretty interesting talk from the coach. He seemed to have been thinking about what to do for a while, writing on his board, and now he's come up with a new tactic. And the supporters are trying to help Sandviken, but I think a lot of people here are nervous. They don't want to see their hometown's team lose yet another World Cup here.
Tidstillägg 1:30, additional time 1 minute 30 seconds.
I mean, the other playoff games in the quarterfinals yesterday, each time a team took a timeout, something did change, and well, now Erik Pettersson is getting stuck, and Västerås will get, well, Sandviken will get a free stroke. Actually, I thought they blew the whistle for Erik Pettersson's reaction after getting stuck, but it's the actual, he couldn't do anything about that. It's the actual holding that results in a free stroke for Sandviken. Seems maybe like that was a plan. It almost looked like Erik Pettersson must have known that he couldn't get through that wall of Västerås players, so maybe he was looking for that free stroke for Sandviken to get an opportunity to mobilize. Here comes Sandviken with a shooting opportunity saved by Andreas Bergvall. Västerås, who probably also were having a very interesting conversation during their timeout, or during Sandviken's timeout.
6 minutes penalty for tripping.
Get an opportunity to do something new here, as Sandviken is getting one player sent out for 6 minutes. It's not at all what they were wanting after just taking a timeout, but now they will play box play for 6 minutes, and Västerås will be playing power play. Christoffer Edlund now though for Sandviken. Saved by Andreas Bergvall, out for a corner to Sandviken. See now, they need to get their corner game to work. Having chairs falling here next to me, the cameraman we're dropping a chair. Well, that corner didn't work out for Sandviken. They missed the ball. Soon there will definitely be signs of frustration in Sandviken. They are not getting their game together. After they took a timeout, they got a player sent out, Niklas Hjalman, and then now they had a corner, which was a complete failure. Now, though, they're getting opportunity to get a penalty, and they're not getting that. Alan Dushaev getting ripped down, and he believes he deserves to get a penalty stroke, but he's not getting that. And now instead, Västerås will come. A lot of players in the penalty area. This is always dangerous. Now they think they should get a penalty stroke, and the referees are saying no once again, and then we're back with Sandviken having the ball. Christoffer Edlund all alone having to pass the ball backwards. Free stroke for Västerås. Broken up by Sandviken, and now Sandviken will have an opportunity. Losing the ball though. 10 minutes left of the game. They need to score 2 times, Sandviken, to tie this game up, and they need to score once again if they don't want it to go to penalty shootout, which will follow right away after a tied game here in the World Cup. Except in the final game, it would be a sudden death played first. But if this game would end with a draw, it would be penalty shootout right away. But we're far away from a draw right now. First, Sandviken needs to score a couple times, and now Alan Dushaev will have a free stroke. It's an opportunity for Dushaev doing something that Västerås have done so far many times in this game. Doing some short passings inside the penalty area, but they can't do that. Västerås do it all the time, but Sandviken can't really get to that point. They lose the ball. They get a free stroke here though. Goes to no one and nowhere in the end, and Västerås will get the ball. Booked passing it up. Whoa, that's what he's looking for. I guess number 9 in Västerås, Jonas Nilsson, were looking for a free stroke there when he fell on one of the SAIK players, Sandviken players' ice skates, but ignored by the referee. Now instead Sandviken will be playing in Västerås's penalty area, but the ball is cleared away. Sandviken will keep it in their possession, however, and they get an opportunity to do something more. No. Free stroke to Västerås instead. Sandviken stealing the ball, but Västerås is getting it back.
Additional time, 3 minutes.
Västerås, Tobias Holmberg inside the penalty area, and it's always chaotic when that happens. Just ends with the ball going to the other side of the ice and then back down at to Västerås' defenders. There is a penalty shot rewarded for Västerås after that collision, and it's looking dark right now for Sandviken. One of their players will go to the penalty box and await to see if Västerås will score on this penalty or not. At the same time, Niklas Hjalman is coming out from the penalty box for Sandviken, so if Västerås score here, Sandviken will play with full strength. Juhlén saves that penalty. I don't know if you could see that. He saved it, he dropped the ball, it was bouncing towards the net, and he stopped it before it passed the goal line. So Sandviken are playing with a player in the penalty box now because Västerås missed the penalty. So there will still be a power play for Västerås, but the question is how much that matters. Sandviken with a corner instead now. A little bit, around 5 minutes left, because we have some couple minutes out of time because of the timeout and other things that have happened in this half. Corner for Sandviken. A lot of shooters lined up. Shot by Henriksson, but shot by Haraldsson, but blocked by Västerås players. Now instead, Sandviken's ball on the side. Mossberg. Erik Pettersson is getting stuck. Västerås with the ball instead, 3 against 4. Västerås here with an opportunity. It's an offside called. Sandviken will get the ball back, and they have some minutes left now. Not that many. They need to do something to get through Västerås' defensive line. They're not figuring them out. And on top of that, you have Andreas Bergvall in Västerås' goal, who is one of the best goalkeepers ever. And it's hard to break through Västerås' defensive line, but it's even harder to break through and actually score when you have to face Andreas Bergvall. Hjalman. Edlund. Something needs to happen right now for Sandviken. Another corner, but so far they have all been for nothing. They haven't scored, even though they have had 4 corners. This is their 5th corner. Or is this their 6th corner even? I think so. Ball coming in. Shot blocked. And Andreas Bergvall will throw the ball out to one of his players. Or just... yeah, actually threw it. He was going to just put it down for one player passing him, but he threw it instead. And now booked with the ball for Västerås. Great passing to Holmberg, who misses the net. And that great opportunity to really kill the game. Sandviken gets another couple of chances to score, but they need to score twice and they need to do it fast. Christoffer Edlund with the ball. Falling, wanting to have a penalty maybe, but he's not going to get that. Instead, Mosberg loses his... Mosberg is getting upset. Like... Maybe many times before, and he's going toward the penalty box. And Västerås will get a free stroke, and that was probably it for Sandviken.
6 minutes penalty for tripping. So
it's 3 minutes left of the game, 3 minutes added time, and Sandviken have 2 players in the penalty box after Donny Mosberg losing it and getting sent out 6 minutes for tripping. Now it's going to be even harder for Sandviken to score. In those last 3 minutes now, or in these 3 last minutes, they can score. They have to score twice though. Very hard, especially with 2 players out. So we will probably see Västerås going to the final. And the Sandviken supporters will yet again, for the 8th year in a row, leave this stadium with their team not being able to win the World Cup. Västerås, the Swedish league champions from last year, will go on to the final, and they will either play against Villa Lidköping or Neftianik. Those 2 teams will be playing right away after this one. I really recommend you to watch that game with me here as well. Västerås will get a corner, and it's pretty much over. You can never say that in bandy, but I will say that anyways. It's pretty much over right now. Västerås will get this corner, and they might even extend their lead. Ball comes in. Shot and a goal scored again. Number 2 in Västerås, Stefan Edberg, the first shooter, just on the ice, really finishing, killing the game, finishing it. The Sandviken supporters very quiet. Their legs are crossed, their hands are in their pockets. Västerås fans instead are preparing to watch the final this afternoon at 4 o'clock Swedish time, where their team, their green and white team, will play against either Villa Lidköping or Neftianik. Sandviken now will play with all the players on the ice, because right before Västerås' goal, one of their players came back from their penalty, and Daniel Mossberg can come back to the ice again now because Västerås scored. Only seconds left now. The referee is putting the whistle in his mouth. He's blowing it. It's over, and Sandviken lost the game 6-3, and they won't go to the final. Västerås will. They will play either Villa Lidköping or Neftianik. We'll see that in the second game that starts in just about 15 or so minutes. I am Simon Isaacson, and I will be with you for the next game. Have a good day.
The second semi-final.